Hello YouTube, jthomas1310. Welcome aboard. Heading out for a lunchtime ride. Just had a real shit of a day, so grabbed the keys and helmet and off I went. Grabbed the camera as well. So I thought, why not? So gonna show you just a bit around the area where I work. I actually just go out and de-stress. I'm not going to give the bike too much of a thrash, as if you can't see. I'm not actually wearing any jacket or gloves, so I gotta be pretty wary in case I do stack it. I do have a bad habit of it when I do take the bike to work. I don't tend to wear any gear anyway because it's just too bloody hot. Come this way, this roundabout's ridiculous. But I haven't been able to ride too much lately as we have had non-stop rain. Did manage to sneak out a couple of days ago. It was dry in the afternoon, but it was supposedly dry in the morning, and then all of a sudden I did get wet on the way to work. So not drastically wet, but still enough to make you uncomfortable having to sit in the office with all your clothes wet. But that's my stupid mistake. I could have at least chucked the jacket on, but it's a bad habit. I don't assume it would be for most people, and getting out on the bike is a good stress reliever. It's a good place to clear your thoughts, and I always tend to find I'm a lot more calmer when I get to ride home rather than being stuck in me truck trying to get that large thing through traffic, as that tends to make me a bit more agitated than I already was through work. So there's a fair bit of traffic out for lunch. Let's have a little bit of a play. We'll get into the CBD and show you about. That's when I did have my friend get knocked off her bike. She was out and about for lunch, and a couple of grannies pull out in front of her. She had a near miss, and then one took her down. So touch wood, hopefully that ain't gonna happen here. Should sneak past these guys. But I have actually started getting ready to put a block off plate on the R3. See if it makes a difference. I have actually been checking out the R3 Cup stuff that Yamaha has actually contacted through email with, giving cheap deals on race fairings and decals, exhaust, wheels, and also racing tyres as well. It's, I've already got a fair bit of little things done that I wouldn't need that entire package, but to give me a few ideas, I might change a few options on the bike using those brands that they're using, just to customise a little bit, make it look a little bit track. And the look of that bike did also make me think of tracking the bike completely, but I do need a daily ride and not in the position to buy another bike as such. I am actually considering getting an additional bike at some stage. And I was thinking of the MV Augusta F4 675. It's a great looking bike. It sounds pretty mean, some good reviews, but yeah, the price tag is a little bit hefty on the thing. So it would have to definitely be a toy bike, and maybe even track that thing. but we'll see how it goes anyway. So I'm actually also hoping that this microphone has actually bloody worked, as I've finally got an adapter for my microphone, change it over. So if you didn't notice, if you put on earphones for a lot of my videos, it was actually majority right channel for the voice. So hopefully my new microphone has fixed that. My tests seem to have done it. So I'm just going to see how it's going while out and about on the bike. Wind reduction. See if there's any interference or anything like that. And since I'm only just out at lunch, I should probably be mindful of what time it is. The only hardest thing with being out on the bike prior to having to go to work in the morning or sneaking out at lunch is actually the willpower you need to be able to pull in at work. So I would love to just think, fuck it, I'll take the rest of the day off and just keep riding. But oh, he's stalled it. Well, unfortunately, you kind of need work to pay bills and be able to get out and ride your bike and acquire additional bikes. So, no sickies today, I think. What's this bloke doing? I don't know what he's fucking doing. Town's got its fair share of bloody loonies on the road and off the road. It's a very different town that we have here. But I do have to say I haven't had too many incidents to hate the people using the roads around here. Only had a couple of close calls, and that was actually all prior to changing the exhaust. So that's why I'm always a big advocate for loud pipes. My bike I had prior to that never had a stock exhaust. It was swapped out within the first 100 k's, and that was just so I could get the bike home basically. So yeah, riding that over 3 years, never had many incidents. Yeah, it was ones where it just wouldn't have been seen regardless. But there was plenty when I was first bought this and riding around, just people merging in on me everywhere. You'd be right next to them, not even in a blind spot at all, and they would still not see you. But now when I'm riding this thing, they can definitely know I'm there. That's always good. You can always give it a quick rev bomb as well as a toot if anyone's leaving it close to merging on you. Actually did have someone the other day being an absolute jerk, which is a whole different category of fuckwit drivers on the road, but I actually gave their car a good boot in the front quarter panel of their car as I was sitting similar to like I am now, and they were trying to squeeze into my lane where I was, and she knew. So put the old foot out, telling them, hey, give me a gap here, and still kept going, nudger, and it was pretty close to me foot peg on the left hand side. I gave her a good serve and then booted the car. Gave it a nice dent in the front. It's better than me being on the ground and up for a bike. So they hopefully learnt the lesson, and the bad thing is they were cutting across 2 lanes to get into that lane to that's the only lane that turns right for the roundabout. So I thought, oh, they're trying to get out of this tiny spot they're in there just to quickly make that roundabout. But they ended up going straight through anyway. So all that for no reason, blocking up lanes of traffic, nearly taking me out, and could have just easily went in the lane in between and straight through. Absolute idiots. So wherever you are, I'm glad you have a dent in your car. See you do it again, there'll be more. But I was unfortunate I wasn't filming that morning on the way to work. So it would have been much better to do a shame. Could have got the number plate. Not that it'd do much, but if you went out shaming everyone, you wouldn't have enough time in the world to do it. But it all turned out alright anyway. Not for their dent, but I don't know if you have had similar instances where you've had to result to that. It's not generally my nature to do that, but the car just kept coming at me and wasn't going to stop. It was going to be me hit, and I had nowhere to go with the car in front of me, and then there was a concrete barricade next to me, so I would have just been hurt pretty bad. So I think I'm pretty close to having to head back in. Seeing a little bit of the town around here. I'll have to start heading back to work, so thanks for joining me. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy my videos. Otherwise, stay safe out there if you're on the bike and keep the upper side down.